Welcome back to the East Pond Review. Again, doing the Star Wars Episode 1 figures. In this video, we have Anakin Skywalker Naboo Pilot with Flight Simulator. I do not remember the flight simulator in the movie. Maybe it was in there. I have no idea. This is a figure I definitely would not have gotten when I was younger. Just because I never really cared for the Anakin character in Episode 1. He was alright. Just something that I would never get a figure for. Even though he does have like a helmet. And usually that is a thing when, like, if I'm buying a toy and I have to, choose between two. Say I'm on the fence with two of them. I will definitely choose the one that has a helmet or some kind of attachment. Or here is the back. Here's all the sayings that he does. Interacts with R2. I guess this flight simulator fits into the cockpit of the Naboo fighter. It must be the other toy that you can get in there. So I guess, if some kid had this, they're like, oh, I should get that toy. I guess it's an alright move, now that I think about it. Sure, why not? Alright, let's open this guy up. See what Anakin Naboo Pilot guy is all about. Man, I still can't believe how much that glue sticks onto there. Being like, 30 years old, close to. Here is the Comtech chip. Picture of Anakin there. Skywalker, young Naboo Star Pilot. Alright. Let me clean up this, and then we will continue with the review. Alright, so here he is out of the package. I guess that's a good likeness of Jake Lloyd. I think I want to say his name is, the actors. I am not sure. I guess that's pretty good for the time. It's not bad. It's not that great. It's alright. Head, of course, rotates. You have the arm, shoulders that rotate, and then, of course, the legs. It's a very detailed figure. You can see all the little lines in his socks or his stockings. It's kind of how his pants like bundle up right there. You got like kind of the faded, make his robes look, dirty or old, or it's kind of interesting. Here's his helmet. Helmet is kind of detailed. It's got a nice paint application. It's pretty good. That's a pretty good likeness there, I guess. I mean, that's pretty detailed. Put it on. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Huh. I like this figure a lot better with the helmet on there, Kind of makes him look alright. Here is the... Oh, those things move. This is the flight simulator. I don't know if you can see this, but these handles things, they like rotate. You can put them in different positions. Huh. See if I can get it into his hands. That one's alright. His hands are not... His hands don't... Well, I guess that's okay right there. Like, his hands aren't, grip, like... I don't know if I can do this on the camera. Like that. His hands are more, like, open like that. So, that's pretty good. Let's stick him onto his Comtech chip. Oh, and of course that falls out. I'm not putting that back on there. Like I said, it doesn't... Like, if you can see his hands, like, they're not, like, cupped, they're just more open. It's like a pretty good figure. Overall, not bad. But let's see the Comtech chip. This one's going to be interesting. Because I wonder if they brought in like a child actor. At this point, I think that they didn't use any of the lines from the movie. Because you'd probably have to pay the actor to use the rights to that. So I think they brought in like a voice actor. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was one, just one voice actor for all of the parts. And they just did, like an imitation of all the characters. So this one will be interesting if this sounds like a kid or if it's an adult that is acting like a kid. Let's give it a try.
You did it, R2. Take this. And this.
I think that's it.
Whoa.
I think that's a kid. It sounds like a kid actor. It actually kind of sounds like the character.
Right, R2. Let's get out of here.
That's pretty good. I think out of all of the chips, now I'm trying to think back.
R2, get yourself autopilot.
This one sounds probably the most like the character.
You did it, R2.
That one doesn't sound that great.
Take this.
This is the big long one.
And this. Whoa.
That sounds pretty good. I would even debate maybe they did use the voice, the movie clips for this. But I would say this is probably the most like the character of all the Comtech so far. Like this one is probably the very close, like to being, part of the movie or something like that.
Right, R2. Let's get out of here.
Huh. Maybe, I'm thinking now, because this is his, I don't know if this is his first movie, this, actor, but maybe he was cheap enough to do the voiceover for these Comtech chips. So they just used him, maybe they threw him a little bit of extra money, or whereas the other ones, you got Natalie Portman and Samuel L. Jackson. It's like, they're going to be a little bit more expensive if you want to do that. Maybe this actor wasn't.
R2, get yourself autopilot.
That's not bad at all. Well, that's going to be my review of Anakin Skywalker Naboo Pilot. The figure is pretty good, for the time period. The likeness is not quite there, but it's not bad. Put the helmet on it like I had. It looks pretty cool like that. The figure's good. Probably the best Comtech chip voice out of any of them so far. Maybe I should have graded these toys. Out of like A, B, or C, or, some kind of numbered scale. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Food for thought. But overall, that was a great figure, great Comtech chip. I definitely wouldn't have bought it when I was younger, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and all that stuff that I have to say by YouTube, or they don't let you play the videos. Again, thank you. Thank you for watching. Tune in for more.